I'm still surprised that some people were surprised when I pointed to the fact that if a highway was built for the purpose of dividing a white and a black neighborhood, or if an underpass was constructed such that a bus carrying mostly black and Puerto Rican kids to a beach, or that would have been, in New York was designed too low for it to pass by, that obviously reflects racism that went into those design choices. I don't think we have anything to lose by confronting that simple reality, and I think we have everything to gain by acknowledging it and then dealing with it, which is why the Reconnecting Communities, that $1 billion, is something we want to get to work right away putting to work.
Here we have news. According to the Department of Transportation, the Secretary, overpasses in New York were designed to keep buses of black and Puerto Rican kids from getting to the beach. And yet here's the amazing part. Those very same overpasses somehow allow buses full of white kids to get through. That sounds like magic. How does it work? Well, it's possible the overpasses that Buttigieg referred to are actually drawbridges manned by vigilant bigots with binoculars. Here comes the Puerto Rican bus. Lower the overpass. Or maybe, come to think of it, the problem is the buses themselves. In New York, children of color are being herded into unusually tall buses, like those top-heavy double-deckers they used to have in London that the Beatles sang about, just to prevent them from reaching the ocean. You can't get to the beach in a bus like that. So thank heaven he's got $1 trillion to get to the bottom of the racist road problem.
Can you measure trees? Because part of that data that you're referring to, and it's in EJ's environmental justice, but you can also track by race. There are averages in terms of the number of trees in the neighborhood where people live.
Now, can dogs be a little bit racist?
It should come at no surprise when I tell you that diet culture is racist as well.
White women crying when they receive any sort of criticism from women of color.
By encouraging women to try and attain the bodies of thin white women. And all it takes is a little bit of discipline or motivation. If you fail, or if you can't get that body, well, that's your fault.
Can dogs be a little bit racist? Yes, after dogs were studied in a racialized area of Kenya and Zambia, the dogs can be racist. This helps.
White women will sit there and use their tears as weapons against women of color to absolve themselves from any sort of guilt, but also to silence women of color. And this white damsel in distress narrative is not only racist, but it is also lethal. White women tears only helps uphold white supremacy.
You know, I just want to say this real quick. There's something sinister about Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday and white people getting paid off of just now discovering what Juneteenth even was. You're the reason it's a holiday.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have no nose bridge. It just goes over. And I'm wearing glasses and with nose pads. And if I take off my glasses, there are literal, grooves in my face because of the nose pads. Assume that you have a nose bridge high enough, and guess what? If you don't, you have these little, replacements. But if I have to have physical pain from not having a nose bridge and something I can't control, that's racist.
White privilege. Think about it. Whose flesh tone is this? But when I hand a brown child a white Band-Aid, I am literally adding insult to injury, and I refuse to do that in my classroom.
White people are racist. So I put this up because I really want any white person in the room to know up front that this is what we're dealing with, that it's not going to be this coddling of white tears. No, you're always going to be racist, actually. So even when you're on your path to trying to figure out how to be a better human being, because I believe that white people are born into not being human, instead of people of color and black folks being dehumanized, that actually everyone is dehumanized within white supremacy, that y'all are born into a life to not be human, and that's what y'all are taught to do, to be demons.